Hey everyone, welcome back. I got a question for you. How important is it to you how you feel and who you say you are? So in this video today, I'm going to show you how important it is to know how you feel and who you say you are. So what do I mean by that? When it comes to being blessed and being a blessing. And so in the story of Jacob, right? Jacob and Esau. So the story is Esau comes to his father, Isaac, and he's looking to get the blessing, right? And actually, Isaac is looking to bless Esau because he's old and he's about to pass, right? So he goes to Esau and he says, hey, go ahead and find me some really good food to eat, and so that I can bless you before I die. I'm getting old and I'm about to die, right? So his mother, Esau's mother, overheard this, and she says to his brother Jacob, hey, I just heard your father say that he's going to bless Esau. We can't have that. So go ahead and go to the best sheep and go to our best, get the best kid, and I will make a savory meal for you, for your father. This is what he wants to do before he dies. He wants to eat this meal made by his oldest son, who would be Esau, and then bless Esau. Well, we already know that Esau had already given his birthright, sold his birthright earlier to his brother Jacob. And so now here comes the ultimate blessing at the end of Isaac's life, and he wants to bless his oldest son, Esau. His wife overhears it, and she's like, I'm not going to have this. And so now she tells Jacob, and Jacob goes, gets the animal, his mom prepares the meal, and now here we have Jacob in front of Isaac to get the blessing, right, from his father. And so what does he do? Let's read it. So in Genesis 27, let's go to 15. Then Rebekah took the choice clothes of her elder son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them on Jacob, her younger son. And she put the skins of the kids of the goats on his hands and on the smooth part of his neck. Then she gave the savory food and the bread, which she had prepared, into the hand of her son Jacob. So he went to his father and said, my father. And he said, here I am. Who are you, my son? Who are you? So Jacob comes to his father, and he says, and his father says, who are you? So that's my question for you today. Who are you? Who do you say you are when concerning a person that wants to be blessed, and a person that wants to be a blessing to others? Who are you? Are you the person that you feel you are? Are you the person that you say you are? Are you that blessed person? Do you see yourself being blessed? Do you see your business being blessed? Do you see yourself successful in business, successful with your family, and so forth? And so that's one of the main things that he says. He says, his father says, who are you? Now Jacob knows that he is Jacob, right? Jacob knows that he's Jacob, but in this circumstance, to get this blessing, right, he's got to believe that he is himself Esau. He's got to believe he's the person that is to get the blessing. He's got to know within himself, he's got to say that I am. And so what does he say? So his father says, who are you, my son? Jacob says to his father, I am Esau, your firstborn. I am Esau. He says, I am the one who deserves this blessing. I'm the one who should get this blessing before you die, right? And then, so then Isaac says down in verse 21, he says to Jacob, please come near that I may feel you. So he says, please come near that I may feel you to see whether you're really my son Esau or not. So Jacob came near, but see, he's already prepared. He already has the goat wool, or the goat and the sheep's wool and things on his hands, right on his arms, and around his neck, because his brother Esau was a hairy person, right? So not only do you have to get your tongue in line with the person that is to get the blessing, but now he has to get the feeling. His feeling has to be in line. His feeling has to be right? And so he comes to his father, and his father feels him, and he says, you know what? The voice is Jacob, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And his father his father Isaac didn't know the difference. He didn't recognize him. He didn't know the difference between Esau and Jacob. He didn't know the difference because, in essence, Jacob felt like, he even prepared himself to feel like, I am the one who is to get the blessing. I am that guy. I am that business person. I am that father, or you are that mother. You know, I am the one who is to be highly successful. And so he said, I am the one. And he also prepared himself to feel like the one, right? And so here again, his father asked him again, Isaac asked him again in verse 24. Then he said, are you really my son Esau? To Jacob, he says, are you really my son Esau? And Jacob says, I am. He says, I am. So that's my question today. Who do you say you are? Are you the I am of the blessing and the one to be a blessing to others, right? And so now what happens? Isaac gives Jacob the blessing, and it says in 27, surely the smell of my son is like the smell of a field which the Lord has blessed. Therefore, may God give you the dew of heaven. May God give you the dew of heaven. And so what's the dew of heaven? May God give you the dew of heaven. So how about things just happen like naturally for you? Now that you are a blessing, you believe that you are the person that is to receive that blessing. When the dew comes down from heaven and lays upon the grass did not ask for this dew to come, if you will. It just came upon the grass, right? That's part of how God made things. So the dew, so things are going to start happening in your life. Things start happening in the person's life, right? That believes that I am he. I am the one that's supposed to get the blessing. And you take on the feeling of I am also. I also feel that. I feel that I am the one as well, right? And so it goes on to say that, therefore, the God give you of the dew of heaven and of the fatness of the earth, the best things of the earth, right? Earth's fatness, and plenty of grain and wine. Plenty of grain and wine. What do I think of when I think of grain and wine? I think of bread. I think of the strength that comes from bread. I think of wine. I think of joy. I think of joy, right? And let the people serve you, and let the nations bow down to you. Be master over your brethren, and let your mother's sons bow down to you. Cursed be everyone who curses you, and blessed be everyone who blesses you. And so this sounds like a wonderfully awesome blessing that Jacob received from his father Isaac before he passed away. And it's one of those things where, you know, he came into the deal, if you will, knowing that I am the one who is deserving or worthy of this blessing. And I feel like I'm the one too, because it didn't make any difference, if you will, to the father, because he felt like he was Esau. He smelled like he was Esau, right? And so that's what I had to share with you guys today. Who do you say you are, and who do you feel you are? So if this was a blessing for you, that is great and wonderful, and I'm going to continue to bring out stories like this, and so that I can be a blessing to those who are listening and watching. All right, until next time, guys, be well.